Hello, my name is John, and I'm a librarian at the Pendulum Free Library. Every month we have this fantastic kids program called Junior Science, which allows the kids to come on in and do a really cool experiment while learning the fun scientific terms that goes around in the background. We were really sad to see we couldn't hold the program this month, but we figured while you guys are at home, you guys can simply follow along and do the experiment there. So if you'd like, today we're going to make painting by pendulums. Now there's a few things you'll need to know first. A pendulum is any kind of weight suspended by a fixed point. If you think of a grandfather clock, there's a pendulum inside that swings back and forth, which allows the energy for the clock mechanism to work. Now today our pendulum will be a balloon filled with paint and water, and it will be suspended by a tripod I made from 3 dowels we had lying around the house. But you can use anything you have to suspend your pendulum, either a closet rod or even a camera tripod if you have lying around. Ask your adult, I'm sure they'll be happy to help you think of something. You're also going to need a few more additional ingredients on top of the balloon and the tripod. You're going to first need some string, which will suspend your balloon from the tripod. You're going to need a pair of scissors so you can cut your string, as well as a few different colors of paint. Now here I have acrylic, but I wanted to use watercolors, and you can actually make a very crude watercolor by combining a little ratio of paint and water to make a watercolor. You're also going to need a funnel to put in your paint to the balloons. You're also going to need access to a faucet. The faucet's the only way you're going to get enough pressure to blow up the balloon and fill it with water. You're also going to need a target. The target is where our painting will be created. So what you're going to need is a big piece of white paper. I didn't have any, so what I did was I used 4 pieces of printer paper, and I just taped along the seams to create one bigger one. And I think after that, we're ready to begin. Once you have all your ingredients ready, you're ready to begin. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to pick up a balloon. I like the blue one. And we're going to stretch out the opening a little bit so that it makes it easier to inflate. And now, you're going to put the lip of the balloon along the outside of the funnel. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold it tight. I like to use my thumb and my forefinger just to kind of pinch it off. Make sure none of the paint escapes and the balloon doesn't slip through. And now you're going to pick up your paint. I figure blue balloon. Let's go with blue paint. And you're going to put a few squirts of the paint into the balloon. Don't worry about how much. We'll kind of go and adjust that as we go. So now, tap the funnel a little bit to make sure all the paint goes into the balloon. Next, you're going to take the lip of the balloon off of the funnel, careful not to drop it, and you're going to need an adult's help with this one. You're going to take the balloon into the bathroom, or where your faucet is, and put the lip over the faucet. Now, slowly pinch it off and hold it while turning on the water. Allow the balloon to inflate until it's about a handful, something like this size. This is one I prepared earlier, just like a cooking show. Once that's done, you're able to take the balloon off of the faucet and tie it off a little bit. You can always ask for an adult's help with that as well. After that, you're ready to paint. So you're going to need to take your filled up balloons with you, some string, a pair of scissors, your target, as well as your tripod, whatever that is, whether it's a stick, a closet rod, or your little tripod that I lashed here. And we're ready to go outside and paint. I'll see you there. So now, we're outside with all our supplies, so that if any kind of mess occurs, it's easily cleaned up. Or at least that's what you can tell your adults. So what you're going to need to do is set up your tripod or any kind of device to suspend your pendulum above your target, which will be your paper. And now here, I set up my tripod, my paper underneath, and a little bit of string that I cut off from the big bundle here to hang my balloons. And what you're first going to need to do is tie it to your tripod or whatever kind of device, and then tie it to the tip of your balloon. So now you've created your pendulum, and you can actually push it back and forth, and it will continue its pattern. Now pendulums will swing as long as the force of motion is greater than gravity. Because as you can see, gravity always wants to pull it directly towards the Earth. So as you push it, it has what's called inertia, where the amount of force that is fighting against gravity to continue in that motion. In this case, it's going back and forth. Back and forth. Eventually, it will slow down until it stops and will hover directly towards the Earth because the gravity has increased so much that it's overridden the inertia of the balloon. So, now you know the science, you know a little bit about inertia and pendulums, and now we're ready to create art. So what you need to do is take either scissors or a bobby pin, anything kind of sharp. What we're actually going to do is puncture the balloon. You're going to want to be quick about it and put your finger over the hole, that way paint doesn't start spilling anywhere. And when you're ready, you're going to push the balloon in a circular motion so that it should make really cool designs on the paper. Let's try it out. So I'm going to stick the needle in and very quickly pull it back out. Ready? And I'll give it a little circular push. Now as you can see, it's going to start to make ellipses in the pattern as the balloon swings. And you should see the circles start to get smaller and smaller as the pattern changes and slows down. And what if we stop it? And now we're going to push in a different direction. So it's going to move, but it's going to slowly return to a similar pattern directly over the center there. And it's kind of cool because you can kind of watch the patterns as they develop. The more wet spots will be where it focuses on more. So towards the center you can see it's really soaking. Now this is how you paint with pendulums. Now you can kind of experiment with this as well. You can adjust the height of the string so the ellipses created are bigger or smaller. Different forces of direction, different colors of paint. But this is your experiment, and I'd love to see you guys try it out. If you do, let me know down in the comments how much you like this, how it worked for you, and any problems you ran into. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you back at the Kennebunk Library soon. We really miss you. Stay safe.